We are all systems. This company, this organization, me, you, this community. We're each a system capable of rising and crashing, of optimization and failure. And within this system of every human being are cycles of predetermined disappointment, mediocre precedents, and the acceptance of the notion that, well, that's the way it's always been done. Negative belief loops present an ongoing barrier to business growth and an existential threat to our individual well-being. Our deeply entrenched, coded cycles of thinking are counterproductive. They undermine happiness in the workplace and contribute to increasing rates of depression and anxiety. With intentionality, a transformational set of principles rooted in science and psychology, can we effectively crack the code, challenge the old way of doing things, and move from merely avoiding a systems crash to rebooting the entire world of work. In its simplest terms, intentionality is deciding how you want to feel and then taking deliberate actions towards making that a reality. My program continues to move people from a place of disempowerment to one of clarity, confidence, and meaningful contribution. If intentionality is a positive system countering the negative systems we've tolerated for too long, could it be our golden ticket off this hamster wheel? Could it be the promising path we've been waiting for? Intentionality is the ultimate loophole for ensuring we lead from a place of presence, reconnect with ourselves and each other, and meaningfully reinvent our definitions of success. Intentionality is destined to move us from inspiration to transformation and into a whole new world of infinite possibilities. Thank you.
What is the first step? How do you help people to figure this out? And then it's okay. Let's just start there.
So the first step is to really just take an evaluation of where you're currently at. And until you have the awareness of how your life is going and how your decisions are affecting really how you feel, you're not actually going to be able to go through a process where you can accept change. Because I always believe the first two steps of change are awareness, then acceptance. So you accept, I'm not living a life with intentionality. There's no blame, there's no complaining, you just got to accept it. And then you start seeing, how does this play into your life? How is this affecting perhaps your love relationships or your well-being or your prosperity? And then you can really go, well, now I want to change it. And then you actually get into the process of doing it. But there's no point in me trying to just force you to change until you go through those first three steps.
So it's becoming aware, it's accepting my current reality. And what's the third?
Then going through a direct experience. How is this actually playing out into your life? Like actually looking at it and looking back at your previous years and seeing, wow, my subconscious programming or my beliefs or the way I'm acting is really having an effect in the different pathways. And then once you see that, often there's enough of an impetus to change. And then you can go, okay, I want to have that transformation. That fourth step is, let's go, okay, let's surrender, let's hand it over, and let's start taking that action to make the change.
Who are we surrendering to?
In some regards, we're surrendering to a higher self, a higher being. We can actually get support. Like change and transformation can be quite challenging. And if we actually realize that we are supported in this life, we're not alone, and we can surrender and go, okay, this is a part that I want to hand off. I'm letting it go. I'm letting go of this emotion, this feeling, this state of being, and I'm going to transcend into another being under the guidance of my higher self or some angels or just the universal source in itself.